Hey everybody, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, it's me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sit down with Marco. Yeah, I forgot that. And action. Okay, alright. Alright, back. I would like to talk about them with related to survivalism. Remember that one episode I talked about winter survival? After what happened yesterday, I know we need to talk about that. Church and school survival. How to do all that? We can do that. We will have a lot of discussion in 20 minutes with all that about how to survive in this crazy world today. That the world hates God. They hate you, but they really hate God. Then in John chapter 15, I preached that last week about that. Verse 17 to 27. The whole thing. Uh, Load up. Alright. Adam, and Adam, I'm fine. Survivalism. It's important in this crazy world. It's like that. It seems like almost every other month there's a church shooting or a school shooting. Like the one yesterday, that Mormon church in Grand Blanc, Michigan. I think that's the name of the town. Correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, this guy ran right into it. I don't know what it is. He made fire started, but then he made it. He stepped out, started shooting, and he shot four to death. Actually, two to death, two by fire, because they were trapped. Could have done a lot better. We need to have that a lot of different things to do with that, with survivalism. While I have some really good ideas, many of them will not do it. I feel that we need to start up a ministry that remember the Knights Templars? You heard stories about it? Yet. They were the real army to protect the pilgrim to go to the Middle East. Many of them were from Europe. They pay a fee. That's why the Knights Templars were very rich. Why do you think Switzerland? There's a connection. They are the Knights Templars today. Anyway, that's my opinion. Okay, they pay a fee. They're being guarded, protect, get into the Middle East because of the Muslim. Muslim took over at about 600 AD. First 500 AD, Muslim was founded. Rome already had been fell at 300 AD and split the Eastern and Western Empire. The Bannite Empire is the one that ruled it. But they were already weakened fat. So that's why it's a template. Now let's move to present day. Where was the Christian army? We don't have Christian army. Now we have targeted on our back. More worse than it was ever before. Because of the Muslim, the communist, the socialist, and the liberal. I already mentioned that, yeah. And the atheist. And the protesters. They're doing it to the Jews and the Christians. Just like the last days. Not really the last day. The last day is the end of the millennium. This is the tribulation. I believe it began when the Hamas started attacking Israel. That's the whole thing right there. Although all things have happened through years, but I gotta get that feeling that from that point to 2030, 7 years. 2023 attack till 2030 tribulation. Now, what we need to have a Christian army to protect all the schools all over the world, all over, no matter what. And yet, the bear arms. I don't care about the other countries that you're not allowed to bear arms. We are going to bear arms all around the world. Just like the Templars did with the swords back then. And they crossed all these countries, even if they don't allow the swords back then, because they didn't have guns. They did it anyway. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to bear arms all over the world. We're going to make the world great again. With Christianity being protested and the Jews being protested. If Muslims doing that with their own weapons, why don't we do that? Sure, let's do that. That's my opinion. I believe that we should do that. Now, we need to arm our believers with guns. Because Christian government here, I'm sure President Trump will allow that. That's why we must always vote Republican. No Democrat. And if we have to, we will remove socialist people. Bernie, the mayor candidate, I can't even say his name. AOC, Omar, all the others, get them out. Waltz out. Newsom out. Pelosi out. All out. We have to run for office against them. And then we ran. If we lose, we will ran to get them removed. We'll fight for it. We need that Christian army around. Let me tell you that. When I was in Central America, they experienced what we're experiencing now. They were behind many things than us, but we are behind them. And law enforcement. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you all about that. It's going to take a few days worth of that because it's already 11 minutes. When I was in Central America, I see a lot of, in Costa Rica, they have military police style. It's power military police, actually. Because they don't have an army of their own in Costa Rica. Because they had their Civil War in 1940. So they made agreement to dissolve the army, but only have the police for law enforcement purpose only. We have agreement with Costa Rica that we protect them with military, of course. So that's what I see. I see how they do it with the arms and everything. Okay. And I see a lot of homes with bars, indoors and bars. Even with our missionary friend, he lived out. I can tell you the name of the town called, I think daManlius. It's a very small town. Just north of Tapa, which is San Jose. In the province of, it's like state of San Jose. Go up north. Because that's the main road that goes all the way to Limon. With all the bananas you eat from. Miles and miles of bananas there. Ooh. Anyway, in the rainforest. Beautiful. Oh, whoa, I love it. Okay. It's way out in the country with very few houses that look safe. But no, everybody has bars. Why do you need bars if you're out in the country? Here's why. That same mission trip, we took the road trip up to, all the way up to Guatemala and came back. Nicaragua, the Tantaniat, the Commandant. Yep, we heard him talk. That was bad. Yep. Same thing right here, right now. We were 30 years behind. We are becoming Nicaragua because you allow all these violence and the communists and socialists. It needs to be stopped. Then we heard this story. We visited this pastor who lived in Managua, Nicaragua. This is right after we visited the volcano. That's where I got sick of sulfur, breathing out sulfur. Oh, I was sick for 2 weeks. Okay, but we continue on that trip. Slept a lot, trying to get better. We didn't go to the doctor or do anything like that. I took some medicine. Okay. So we visited this pastor who loved to death. And I saw this huge sign, all in Spanish. What's going on? Arrow points to his house. And I asked then our missionary friend from Costa Rica knows about all that. You can read it. That right off the bat, he knew what I'm talking about. The communists post that big sign right on the front yard of that pastor's house, saying that he's anti-communist, saying he won't change and all that. So we went to see his family, very poor. They have no window glass pane, no glass. Nothing. Just open window. And the front door. I'm standing this way, breaking the window of the tiny kitchen, about the same size as my kitchen, see my show, my cooking show. That's the kitchen size. That's it. No painting walls, nothing, just bare concrete walls. And there's a door, just shower curtain with drape. I think drape. That's their bedroom. The pastor, his wife, his mother, and the 3 kids in one bedroom. Wow. They're that poor. And I have to go to the bathroom. I told him. Yes, it's out back. We both said out back, okay. All right. I went out back. There's a toilet outside. Dark. Nighttime. It's like maybe 7 o'clock we were there. Okay. No wall. Just the toilet. Actual toilet right there. It's like our house. Oh crap. So I had to go to the bathroom. Remember, I was sick with because of sulfur. Oh crap. So I went. Okay. Came back in. Did you feel better now? Yeah. Then he starts the story about what happened with the commandant. Oh well, time ran out. But I'm gonna say it until I finish this part. The next time I'll tell you all about the other part what they told me, including either a military or a police officer with AK. No, I think it was M16, American gun. Get it our allies. Inside Burger King. Having your way at Burger King, yeah, there's the guard inside. All right, back to that pastor. He said that when General of the Communist Centennial ordered all the men had to join the army, forcing people. And the pastor refused to join the communist because he wanted to stay with faith, the Lord Jesus Christ, not fight for an atheist. Communists are atheists. Socialists are atheists. It's why we need to fight against the communists. Not just by vote, but by fight. Eventually we have to do it by God. It's not for me. It's to protect all the believers. Then he said that they put him in jail. His jail cell. It's the same with the big dog cage. You know, the big dog cage about the tie from the floor. Yep, crate. He forced him in there. Outside, all weather, sun, rain, cold, bugs. There were other men, same thing. Then they put him in a much smaller one, like a medium-sized dog cage. Disgusting. If you've seen the movie Uncommon Fellow or Missing in Action starring Chuck Norris, same thing. Same thing. Because when he tells me that I thought of those films, same thing. That's how the communists work. Then they let him go. Wow, okay. But then he wanted more men again. Then he was arrested and dead, but this time put him in a big prison with bunkers, kind of like Auschwitz, you know, concentration camp, very similar. And then you know what they did? Make them starving and everything. But all these men are really fed up. And they saw a weakness. This huge wall. But the guys only could focus on this spot here, but not over there. It was weak for the enemy. The Titanic could not do that part. So he and all the men organized. We have to make a human ladder. You know what that means? They've got to fight their lives just to get a few over that huge wall. Because the Titanic can't get you on the other side of that wall. I think they do a lot. All right, the first group will have to run, and they will be killed. And they made sure they die against the wall. Build up the next group, and the next group, the next group, on and on and on. Right close to the very top. That's about 3,000 men who are anti-communist. 6 remain alive. I'll never forget his word. He was one of 6. He made it out and told the Allies where they are. Now, you understand why we need to fight against the communists and socialists and the liberals and the anti-fascist group. We need to fight against them perfectly and show God's love. Then use weapons. It's last resort. But we need soldiers with guns surrounding churches and schools. I feel we need to start a ministry to do that. If you see a car racing toward or truck racing toward the church or school or on the street with like maybe music festival or steak fairs or whatever, all guards on the street main is set. If you see one, finish the bad guy off before the bad guy could ever do anything. We need to do that. Absolutely do that. Just like that. Stop. It's better to end that bad guy's life than the medic. Remember Spock said, and Captain Cook said, one outweighed the many, and the many outweighed the one. Alright. Tomorrow I'll do that. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the rest of the mission trip. You'll understand why we do all that. I experienced through the communists. So, yeah, it's happening here. We need to do the same thing. We need to fight back. Praise the Lord. A lot of people are doing right because thanks to Charlie Kirk. But now it's time we need to step up bother. If there's going to be any Christian speakers, someone else other than, like, similar to like Charlie Kirk's dad, someone else there. If I'm going to do that out there, I'll need a lot of guards. I need a lot of men with guns. I'll be speaking in churches or places. I went on that national tour. But I don't have the money raised. For this, I need like maybe about $10,000. I need a vehicle, I need drivers. And then to stop those different places. From here at Aiken to Sherrick, New York, and back. Get up to Sherrick, and I need to clean out stuff. And move in the container. And look for another place to left. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have to go back to Syracuse because my nephew's up there. He wants to help. And my niece. Because my sister passed away. My father's only got a few years left. He's 93. And my brother doesn't want to help. So, because of, you see, let me tell you that. I'm going blind. Completely blind. Very hard for me to see. I can't see good anymore. Getting what? Did I had a mini stroke? I can't even see the time too well. That's 27 minutes 45. I have to concentrate. I can't even read the Bible anymore. So you understand? I want to reach that one goal. Reach 500. See if I can make money. So please do get subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It costs you nothing. Like, share, notification as well. And watch full video. And I do want to get the tour. Do things like that. And for because dating. And to do sermons. Just like what Charlie Kirk did. That's what I was trying to do. The first place. I'm praying for the Lord to allow me for that. And to also start the Christian army, starting protection with me. Then, get more and more and more. Get all over the place. Just like Kurt Lava. He started Guardian Angels. Very similar idea. We need something like that. So if you're interested to help me out with all that, please let me know. Comment down below. I have to read with that. I have to do and read. And someone who can eventually take over for me doing my theories, like standing up, now speak. Yet, I need a partner to help me, all that. That's why I want a wife who can help me with things. But dating way too difficult. A lot of American women, I'm getting Filipinas. And they want my money. Absolutely not. No. No more. If you really love me, come to my door. Like that. And I see you. Now I'm going to come right back and get my phone camera. And then do it again. You have to knock the door again. And open up. And the right one will be right on one of these episodes. And then we kiss and marry. like that. Alright, I gotta wrap up. It's already 30 minutes, so more on that tomorrow. Sit down with Marco full length. We'll be back. I figured out now how to get it. I'm gonna do the bundle of all these long version videos together, 3 at a time. So I'm doing one, two more after I post all short tonight. Then it'll be uploaded overnight. Alright, thanks for watching. God bless.